All right, so let's talk about the elephant in the room, fear. Everybody tells you to eliminate fear. They tell you it's not real. They tell you to head toward confidence. But today, I'm going to tell you my fear story. And I'm going to tell you how I gained my secret weapon. I leaned into fear. So here's how it goes. I've dealt with fear my whole life, as probably all of you have. Each one of us has to face fear in different ways. Well, one of my goals as a child was I wanted to be a snowboarder. I wanted to be a pro snowboarder. I watched every video. I watched all the videos of Craig Kelly and Teddy A. Hawkinson and all my heroes from back in the day. And I remember seeing them do all these unbelievable tricks and everything and living the life. And I wanted that. And I didn't listen to anybody tell me I couldn't, because I heard that a lot. You can't be a snowboarder living in Buffalo. You can't be a pro rider, blah, blah, blah. But I did it. I became a professional snowboarder. I'll never forget signing that first contract. I was 19 years old and I was ready to conquer the world. The sponsor got me into this contest out in New Hampshire. And I remember getting to New Hampshire. I drove out there and I remember, I knew what the East Coast was like. It was always cold and usually pretty drizzly and rainy at the bottom. And this morning I get out to the lift. I was so pumped for this contest, so excited. My first pro contest. I got out by the lift and it's super foggy. So I'm sitting there waiting for the lift to open, and then you hear the engines come on and it's going, and I'm going to be the first one on because I want to get up there. I want to scope this out. I want to walk the course. I want to see the jump. I want to be ready because I got to win. I got something to prove here. I'm 19 years old, a brand new pro, and I'm going to ride against these seasoned pros and I'm going to show them a thing or two. That was my attitude. I got on that lift. I'm going up. I'm super excited. I got my headphones on and, I'm going through the fog. And then the lift kind of levels back out and it goes almost like down a little bit before it goes back up. And where it did that was where the fog parted. And now you could actually see the rest of the hill. And the rain had stopped there. And I looked down to my left. And right there is this thing. Now, when I say a thing, I'm talking about a jump. But to me, it was a jump bigger than any jump that I'd ever seen. I'd never hit a jump this big. And at first thought, I'm like, all right, there's no way that's the one we're hitting. But deep down, I knew it was because the fencing was up. There was some photographers setting up down there. I'm like, oh my God, that's the jump we have to hit? Like, I can't hit that jump. So right there, in a split second, fear engulfed me. I was so scared. I'm riding the lift. I get to the very top. And I'm even thinking, like, when I'm getting to the top of that lift, I'm thinking, all right, do I just stay on this lift and take it around and just ride it back down and just disappear? And nobody would know, but you know what? My sponsors would, because they're the ones that got me into this contest. So that wasn't an option. So I'm at the top and I'm walking around. No other riders are up there. There's a couple people, setting everything up. And then all of a sudden the riders start showing up. And I'm just walking around, listening to music. And, I'd be like, hey, what's up? Just saying hi to everybody. But I could see it in their faces. Everybody had the same look that I did. Everybody was scared. Everybody had fear in them because I wasn't the only one that thought this jump was big. I don't care if I looked at it from the side, from the lift, or looking down at the in-run to the jump. This was ginormous. And none of us knew what it was going to be like to hit it. None of us wanted to hit it, for that matter. But in snowboarding, there's always got to be that one. There's got to be that one person that acts as the guinea pig. Oh, you know what those furry little critters look like. Yeah, well, in snowboarding, there's got to be that rider that hits it first. And we always called them the guinea pig. Usually we would find the guinea pig by doing Rochambeau. It's kind of a standard in snowboarding. Well, guess who lost? I did. I don't know if it was rigged or if just because I was the rookie, I didn't know how to play the game right. I had to be the guinea pig, which on one level was kind of cool because now I had a chance to, show all these other big pros like who the new guy is. But I'm sitting there at the drop-in. And I'm staring down this steep in-run going to this ginormous, massive face of this jump. And I'm thinking to myself, there's no way. But as a snowboarder, there's a couple things we learn. When you're looking at a jump of this size, you got a couple different decisions to make. I can go straight at it, we call beeline it. And I could go straight with no speed checks and I could hit that jump just to make sure I got enough speed. But if I take too much speed into the jump, when I hit the lift, or the lip, I'm going to go way past the landing and I'm going to free fall from 30 to 40 feet straight down. And that could blow my knees out, break my back, and on and on. So, You're thinking about that. And the other thing you're thinking about is, okay, maybe I can speed check a few times, take a little bit of speed off before I hit the jump. But now if I hit the jump too slow and I don't have enough speed to get me over that knuckle, the knuckle is the way the jump, just imagine going about 30, 35 miles an hour and just creaming right into the wall. That's what a knuckle's like. So if I don't go fast enough, I'm not going to make it to the landing and I'm just going to smash that wall. That's certainly going to blow your knees out and maybe worse. So all this is going through my head. And that fear is escalating and building and building and building and building. And out of nowhere, I didn't even know he was next to me. The starter comes up and he says, go when ready. Go when ready? I'm not ready. I'm never going to be ready. This is what's going through my head. But I'm sitting there and I'm staring down this jump. And I'm just thinking to myself, this is your moment. This is where you get to make your mark. But I'm still scared. And the next thing you have to do is leap. So I do. I jump. And the next thing I hear is, and then you're in the air. Now at that very second, when you leave that lip and you're floating, fear is gone. Because at that very moment, instinct kicks in. All the times you practice this jump, all the times you've hit jumps, all the times you've trained for this moment kicks in. And a few seconds in the air and you ride away. And at that very moment, every single thing is different because fear is gone. Now you've conquered fear. You leaned into fear. The only thing left is excitement. How quick can I get to the top of that hill to do this trick, this trick, and everything else I can dream up? Because fear is no longer, folks, in life, in business, in everything you do, you have to lean into fear. Because fear will be there whether you like it or not, but fear is going to be the one thing that stops you from accomplishing your dreams. It will stop you from accomplishing what you've always been meant to be. And you have that choice. You can allow fear to stop you from living out your dream. You can lean into what everybody tells you and say, fine, I'm not going to do it. It's too scary. And then you comply to what their failed dreams were because they never leaped. There will not come a time in your life that you're not going to have to face something like this. It might not be in snowboarding. It might be in something else. It might just be in your personal life. It might be in your business life. You will have moments of utter fear. That secret weapon that I talked about is simple and easy to do. All it requires is you believing in yourself. All it requires is you to lean in to that fear and leap. Because on the other side of fear is greatness. The question is, are you ready for it? Folks, if you liked this video, you will love this next one. Do this one thing and take your life to the next level. Check that video out. And if you really love this, make sure you like this video and subscribe to this channel. While you're at it, you might as well click the little bell at the top, smash that bell, because that's what's going to notify you every time we put out a new video. Thanks for watching. Go out there and just remember, greatness is on the other side of fear. Leap.